The firmament, it says, was made out of a solid form of water. A solid form, isn't that ice? Ice. I mean, I stupidly had to type in solid form of water. Do you ever have those moments where, I mean, I want to ask, but I feel like I may mock my own self? The familiar solid This is Google going, are you fucking serious? Look, the familiar solid form of water is called. I feel like I'm being bullied by the answer right now. But ice actually occurs in many different crystalline forms or polymorphs. So there are different types of ice, I'm guessing. Water molecules. What's the problem, Elon? I want that quick, I don't have to put out, is this you? Billions of dollars fix. Did I just? We, correct. Right. Water molecules are typically linked to four nearest neighbors, joined by moderately weak hydrogen bonds. At atmospheric pressure, these form sheets of puckered hexagonal rings. That's what I saw in my head, was like when you have one of those balls, those hexagon balls, and when you look at diagrams of atoms and molecules and how they connect, and that's what you see, poking the holes through them. So you would have to figure out a way to, what is this? If it's a solid form, you'd have to find ways to ventilate and even insulate to melt that. Wait, do we need is the firmament needed? This stuff goes back into the Bible, this firmament, which was supposed to be what? Just a protective coating, or that the firmament has officially closed, and that's what stopped the Earth's orbit. Okay. It is the most important thing right now. Yeah, because the sun is going to wind up. Did anybody hear that the Earth, the entire universe is turning into one reactor or receiver because of all the heavy metal that's already in the atmosphere is overwhelming. Adding it to the chemtrails and the types of metal that you're adding is the most dangerous thing. The universe could explode with this, which will open up other parts of uncharted and unknown dimensions that you don't want coming in here. It won't be an explosion like we know it, where we're going to see. It will be an explosion that's going to open up wormholes of darkness that I don't even know if the creator themselves would have control over this type of darkness. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I no longer wish to hold that title. Thank you. I have passed that shit on. And I felt pain leave my body. So maybe that's when that what is this card? That Liberator card that comes out all the time, that passing the torch shit. Maybe that's what they wanted me to do. Like, give this up. It's killing you. Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Is there so? Oh my god. The Earth's atmosphere of water in the form of vapor, liquid, or ice in the clouds. So it feels like sleet. An ice storm. But what happens is, I gotta pause this for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm looking up stuff about ice and whether it's an insulator. It says ice isn't a good insulator. And I'm thinking of the firmament. It wouldn't insulate. So, but it says it's not. Can ice insulate electricity? And it says yes, but it's a poor conductor. So it's not clearly right. That would be it's all the metals that are attaching themselves, getting caught like a filter, absorbing. It's just all mixing together, and it formed. It feels like it formed this disco ball. This metal fucking disco ball, where now we're pulling in energy from all over the universe. Just picture this in your minds and just tell me. I need some people to take this seriously the way I do. And I don't have that. This is all I can do over here. You know what I mean? I can't do what other people. That must be the exciting part, is putting this shit together. This is the only thing that people in certain spots should be focusing on. The Weasley conductor. What's that? Is that something you guys just created? Does ice cancel out electricity? About a 1/4 inch of ice accumulation from freezing rain is enough to cause power outages and disruption. Can ice absorb energy? The consequences of the physical properties of ice and glaciers, in particular on Earth, are crucial. Glaciers do not instantly melt completely once they are exposed to air temperatures higher than 0 degrees Celsius. They melt slowly because the ice has to absorb the energy from its surroundings. This is confusing. So energy, well, it absorbs the energy, but it doesn't melt, right? So ice does take in. It feels a little scary. It does. What else do we need to talk about? I don't want to stay on that. Why would you... Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm here for someone else. That was actually a song that was on today. I'm here for someone else. No. Tell me about I'm here for some running with the bulls. Okay. 24. This is a younger fire sign, possibly. A younger teenager. Here for somebody else. How old are you that you're this sexually active? This is strong sexually active. I mean, what the fuck is this? You're still a child. This is Page of Cups now. This is... Listen. Oh my God. I can't find any other women or men. I can't find any other to beat up on. I need to release anger somehow. I need supply. So this is getting younger and younger and younger. Well, this is having a teenager and now hindering their growth, to go back to Page of Cups, which would be just serving me and being fearful of me. This feels like this is what they grew up in. They grew up in a home where love was fear. Yeah, this is dangerous. I'm here for someone else, because somebody walked in and there were some kids. It was an awkward situation. Yeah. What happened? No, I'm here for someone else. Because is this a brothel? You didn't expect to see somebody there. Well, what are you doing here? They're actually undercover. Yeah, they're, and I don't believe that they have a badge. They're there because they can't believe what they're hearing and finding out and seeing now. I hope this wasn't a spouse that I'm not here for. What are you here for? This could be one of those massage parlors and shit. Yeah, do you remember Hall Pass? Was that Hall Pass, or was that what it was? He's like, I would like the double flop nipple twist with a 2-drop lip tug. I don't know. I just ramble on. Oh, so we have. Yeah, we have today. Yeah, we do. And the next thing, the wife comes in, or the wife's best friend. Like, what happened? Hello, you. I like you too. Christina Applegate, you are one of my favorite women. Just who you are. Yeah, I don't think about it often. And I don't say it often, but that I feel very confident that I feel this way. All right, so who comes in? It's like, oh my God. They work there? Somebody works there? Is this a child? There's a child. Oh, that's what it is. How do you not know? What do you mean you don't know? That's what I didn't know. That's what this was. What do you mean you don't know? There's kids serving people here. You have a 9-year-old freaking serving people drinks, even if it's juice. Just like cleaning up. There's a priest that was there, concerned. There's some cops. I don't know what the fuck this shit is, man, but this feels a lot like Chris Hansen. Hello? By accident. Yeah. Oh, man. These are senators, governors. Oh, no. Is this that eye in the sky shit that people are watching now? It's different when you make a mistake and you get yourself in trouble and somebody has something over you. It's another thing when you go back willingly over and over and over again. F-I... tie. Somebody left their tie there. F-A-E-F. I see it's one letter away from thief, too. I should have known better. You're a thief. Lying comes with thieving. Why am I surprised? This is a senator's wife. I can only assume that with what is going to be uncovered through this, that I need to stay to myself for safety precaution. Because it turns out I don't know anybody in my life. If you have people who seem to have acquired things, but I don't see any skill in you, they just might be a part of something like this. I don't see you invest anything, but you gain things. You don't talk to me about putting money into anything. Yet you come into all these things. How so? Well, that's fitting for what you're wearing and the environment that you're in. I don't know. What? Or, I'm just lucky. Oh. You know, when somebody comes into things like that, they're excited to talk about how they got it. When they got it the right way. You seem very silent for coming into such grand gifts and grand, gestures, right? This is walking at night. This is people taking the back way or the alleyway to certain places. So now they're using infrared to get facial recognition, because people want to know, who do we have to put underground now? We're going to use this underground that they so kindly built for us to house those. And we're just going to leave them there. It's going to be like the moaning part of hell. Philly, thank you. Invisible electric fences is a way to keep them from going through doorways that go underneath certain people. You could install these things where they walk up to a certain point and that's the only thing that's going to keep them out. Because I thought the same thing. Well, let's just cinder block and cover it up. They will get jackhammers to get under people. It's an addiction to attacking people. Did you hear me? Some people were told that they were going to attack a pedophile from underneath with these things, and others knew that it didn't seem right through some type of geotagging or something. Be careful using that stuff for the people to lure you somewhere where you're never seen again too. But how many people have lost their lives through this game? It's dangerous. Just especially people who do it by themselves. You're protected to it. Look, I got bit in the face by a dog, and it was my son's. Okay. So do you know what that tells me? And then somebody had me beat. Somebody got bit 3 times in their face. I met them yesterday. It's just crazy, and we have these things happen to us so we can tell our stories, so we can interact with people. You know, I don't know about bond, but at least it's like, well, I'm not the only one that a dog bit in the face. I mean, it's kind of personal. I feel better knowing that somebody had their eyebrow fucking bit off damn near, and their lip, and then cheek. What does that tell you though? that says that there's a certain light that that person has that agitates something. I feel you. Yeah, and when I said that, because I said that out loud, I said there's something that you give off that agitates something, and the wrong kind of person will take that the wrong kind of way. This is why it's okay to have a different perception. We're living in a world where if your perception isn't mine, we have a problem. But somebody else's perception isn't yours, though. And I do believe, listen, I do believe that we were all kind of acting out of character and out of sorts because of this shit that induces rage and mania. And considering, I think that most of us handled this shit pretty fucking well. Because most of you, you have this overwhelming fighting spirit, or you wouldn't still fucking be here. It may feel like losing, you know what I mean? But if you got up and moved around, that's fighting when you're in a lot of pain. Me going to the fridge is a fight, okay? Not everybody processes pain or shows pain in the same way. I had to explain this to my mom yesterday because the pain that I'm in all day is overwhelming for me, but I don't want to put that on other people. So I get up and I try to move around and I do this and I take walks and I dance and because just to deal with it, because I don't like when somebody puts their pain on me. So I alienate myself, and it could come off rude, but some people, I didn't realize until recently that some of us may be walking around in shock. Do you know what kind of pain that is? You may not even see it as pain until people come around you and they feel your pain. This will also keep people away from you. You don't always want that. And why do people run away from me? Because you're radioactive. I think we're all radioactive. I mean, let's just add the fact that besides the firmament becoming one big conductor and trapping this planet in some dark abyss where the orbit has stopped. It's very scary. But now we're all becoming little mini conductors through breathing in all of this air with all this metal in it. Even the water comes from the earth. There's metals in rock. There's metals in everything. Well, we've been getting along without all this other stuff, this AI stuff happening. So I don't remember being younger and feeling this kind of pain. So it's science. It's the pushing the boundaries with science. And I think a lot of, all of them have to admit that they pushed some really dangerous boundaries. But the good thing is you use this smarts that you have, this whatever given tools that you have to fix that is a beautiful thing. When you can say, I fucked up, but I can fix it. See, most of us will just say, we have a hard time saying I fucked up. But that's where of course, when you leave it at that, when you follow through with it, but I'll fix it. Now you're challenging your own self to fix it. Now you're putting that into your subconscious. Well, I kind of put myself on the table and I got to come through. With certain people, this is how they have to move. They have to force it because they'll become lazy or easily distracted, sure. I hope that we can all agree that the sun needs to be... I'm wondering, this thing only gives off radiation, plutonium, uranium. I mean, do we really need this fucking thing as much as we think that we do? Can't we pull energy from the water? Can we pull energy from something else? Neptune gives off healthy energy too. I don't know what Isis is, but it could have been something that was pronounced that way so that you know what I mean. There has to be something else. I'm wondering if we even need... Can we just put mirrors? Is there some way to mirror through prism and mirroring to deflect whatever this is permanently and have it go somewhere else in the fucking universe? Mirror deflected. Forget the prism, they're saying mirror deflected radio frequency. Excuse me. I'm confused when it comes to, like, I guess certain metals and electricity, because it had on there what deflects electro. It was like what the hell was I looking up? radio frequency and how waves can be reflected or deflected. But it says a thin layer of metal will deflect some of them. But then metal's also a conduct or receiver. It's weird, right? I guess it would depend on what kind of metal. Definitely too many things being put into play that's screwing shit up. Once again, thank you. Copper. I know that copper is a ground. I don't listen to the frequency of copper the way that I did before. I mean, I'm impatient when it comes to getting results. But I like Arcturian. I usually would use that one. So I'm gonna listen to this for a little bit and see. Now where we're at, I gave the information for whoever needs to hear it with that, right? Run with wolves. What is this? I'm here for someone else. No, I'm here for someone else. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to get out of this one. Now, I don't see any. It's not a dentist office. They don't even have the lollipop. What kind of a dentist is this? Yo, get that kid out of there. He's not traffickable. Isaiah, who's babysitting your child, man? You know the place up the street, the rub and tug? Yeah, you might want to swing by there. This is what you do, Tyrell. Is your name Tyrell, sir? You stand your motherfucking ground. You hear me? I don't like it here. I'm going to wait outside. You wait outside, you're going to see your pop roll through. Alright? Get your fucking hands off me. Unbelievable. The boldness. But can I just, please? I'm just once in a while. I'm going to put this out there like a hoo-hoo. Children weren't created to be forced into doing things that even adults wouldn't want to be forced to do. Please stop. Please stop. Could you imagine yourself as a 6-year-old or a 9-year-old being put in these situations? Right, and some of you were and you didn't fucking like it. What makes you think that some other child is going to like it better than you did? Well, these are the sign of the times, right? Oh, they must like it. Now, there's this thing of, again, where we don't really see too much of this on television. Exactly. But it still exists. You know, that's the whole point when it comes to these types of things, is out of sight, out of mind, and then you speak on it and you go missing. Can I just ask you, can all of you who feel like you may have some weird thing with just younger people, can you listen to an entity removal thing just on loop, on like whatever volume you'll feel yourself lift? That's the good volume for your frequency. Not everybody's volume for frequency is going to be the same. Your environment matters, what you're putting out matters, and they all have to work together. So, all right, let's get something else. What is it? I'm here for someone else. This is that and a hey combined, you're right. When would we use this? Brought condoms from the dollar store. I love when whatever this is that flicks these cards out, because I still have no idea if it's just a chance thing, and then you just create the story as you go. When you're honest with whatever this is from above. So, hey, what's going on? Oh my God, I went a state over thinking I would avoid this shit. They sell condoms at the dollar store? I can't remember the last time I saw one. Can't remember the last time I saw a dick in front of my face, to tell you the truth, and I think that there's a reason for that. Yeah, something changed yesterday when I saw this woman. I was like, I couldn't stop looking at her. Yeah. I'm also paying in change. Someone's child came in. Hey, Arnie. Hey, John. Hey, look at this kid. Hey, Look, Mom, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Please, 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 please get me out of here. Please get me out of here. Can you just give me that, please? Can you give me, get, right? That's what happened. This is karma. Yeah, it's just, and with judgment. It feels like, well, actually, I'm not sure who the condoms are for. This doesn't feel like someone is old enough to get pregnant. I'm sorry. I feel like this is so, just in case anything happens on my DNA, it would be impossible for your DNA not to be there somewhere. I mean, there are people going out of their way to put bags and shit over their groins and poke a hole through so that no DNA, because there must be something changing. Thank you so much. I feel that whatever this thing is that people are seeing, and what information is coming to them, has people physically ill. Where I couldn't leave the house for 3 days. I couldn't stop crying. Some of the evil shit that's happening underground, shit that's happening in government facilities, churches. This is the day of reckoning. It absolutely is. But it's also the day of just admitting that I fuck up. Shit, what that means, you don't, that just played on its own. That was, and I guess there's a reason that they did that. What is this? Repel Negative Energy by Dream Seeds. So maybe try listening to that. I don't think Dream Seeds, I'm not sure if they have advertisements. But maybe listen to that negative energy coming from the sun. Well, they emit all kinds of different shit. Yeah, you can get real technical and give yourself a headache if you want. There, somebody was like, we're going to drink a little bit and then I'm going to tie you up. Yeah, I am. Yay. I mean, this doesn't have to be someone that's too young, but... This is also meeting someone who's into some type of bondage. This feels like through the wire, through the living, through the wall. Is this a glory hole thing? For a chance to be with... Oh my God, yo, please hold on, don't go. For the black man, sorry, I'm not gonna say your name. Please, about face. They're making you think it's a woman, and they're setting you up for trafficking, yeah. So be careful of this for people who go to these establishments and you think that okay, I'm a gay man, that there's going to be another gay man or there's something, but it's going to be somebody that's too young, and then there's going to be a raid. Well, because, and I'm not protecting, I'm protecting these people because they're not into children. Right. They heard some songs. What was the song that they heard? But I'm a creep. Whatever it was a song where message not received. Forever young. Something about that too, where you billboards, it feels like backs of license plates. You picked up on it too. How many times did I get a clear message and just say, nah, if I could go back, right, and do it all over again. I'm here for someone else. Hey, what's up? Boom. Someone was in the paper plate aisle too, is what it looks like. Yeah, we're having a party. Judgment, woo woo. It's just praise with paper plates. Couldn't think of what kind. Why those graduation plates in your hand? Because he had condoms there or something like that, or he's looking at condoms or ran out of, I don't know, where do they hold the condoms at the dollar store? Do they sell condoms at the, I have to ask. I have to find out. This looks bad on my search thing. I have a very clean search history. Lifestyles premium pack condoms, 12 count. Okay, $4.85. What aisle are they in? The family planning. They got family planning at the dollar store. Oh, CVS, Target. Okay, family. Todd, I hope that they didn't have the person in there with them. And they could have, I mean, this feels like someone has a family and they were in a store purchasing these things with someone that they're playing house with. They even have a child, possibly. Yeah, kids. What do you mean a kids party? Where's so and so? Oh boy. Who are they? Who are you? This is a very bold person. Do you know that so-and-so said that they were trying to call you and they were texting you and it was going right to voicemail, or they thought you were in a bad area or something like that? And they're looking at this person that's with this guy, like, are they even 15? And unfortunately, this person, if they're not that guy that I talked about in the previous message, where it's truth. Please don't give me anything else. Then they are an investigator. I find myself in a difficult situation because I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel, please don't take this personally, that there could have been something that was going to transpire here that could have booked you up. Yep. And they're having a hard time walking away from this. But did they, though? Because I feel like am I going to lie? What if this comes out and now someone goes, oh, I heard you were there. Now, you see what you do to us when you do shit like this. Because now it's like, am I going to be stuck in some huge lie now? Are you going to lie and say that I actually protected you? Is that what it's going to look like? I protected you. Like I weighed out the options and I chose to protect you. I can't do that. There's a lot coming out about people doing this shit with people that are just way too young. They were partners at some point. There's a partner. Oh my God. Wait, hold on a second. This isn't a wife's partner, ex-partner too. This could be something like that too. I feel like we work together and I think that this feels like some Stabler and Benson shit where you could just feel that they liked each other more than that shit. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be the cliche where the partners wind up dating and living happily ever after. So somebody cut that shit off, and I feel like it was the female who did it, and she wound up getting together with this guy. So what happens when you show loyalty to a world that hates you? Joseph said, hello, Joseph Stalin. Hi, I'm actually her uncle by birth. You haven't been walking this planet for thousands of years. Harry Truman Spaulding. That's it. I don't want to say that. Yeah, I don't want to say that. Alright, I'm cutting this off. Please don't tell me that. Somebody's upset though. This is it. They went into the car. I can't leave. What if I find out that this person was taken somewhere and something bad happened? Am I going to be able to live with this shit? I mean, god damn, it's like, I know I said I'm committed to this shit. You know, this could even be someone that actually got involved in some child trafficking stings. And then, you know, what happened is I feel like they were just like, I don't get anything out of this anymore. Instead, all I get is targeted. You know, that's it. They constantly plan on stopping me, constantly planning on killing me. And they make it difficult. I wanted to say this to all of the children. This isn't an excuse because some people put themselves in very, very tough spots, painful situations because they stand for this. There aren't many, though, unfortunately. There aren't many that are willing to lose, have things being taken from them. Well, forcefully arrested? Conviction is here when it comes to the children thing. Because now some of you have kids. Why do you think that your kids are worth saving and someone else's is not? Some of these kids have better DNA than some of you do that have these ritzy lives. Yeah, a chain and a watch and an outfit doesn't upgrade your DNA. Just upgraded your wardrobe. There's a big difference. Yep. I'm here for someone else. Who are you buying the condoms for? I think they used your name, Jess. So you have one person here who's, I can't believe what I'm just not sure why. I don't like what I'm feeling. And then we have the guy who's there buying these things with a younger person. And then we have the guy now who likes to pass the buck on other people. So that's the same guy. What kind of person is this? Are these friends of yours? E-L. Oh, they want me to make clear that there's an Elon and an Elan. There's an E-L-O-N and an E-L-A-N. And not everything has to do with Elon Musk when it comes to this fucked up shit. Alright? I think that the most with him is, I may have created some things and forgot that I created other things, and now those things are all either working too much together or even against each other. That's what I feel like it's like. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. And then there's an Elan. I'm not going to say the last name. That's a little bit different, and I can't help but think that you chose that name and altered it a little bit, or you play this role because of me somehow, or you became more excited about playing this person or being this person because you thought that you were going to be able to confuse me about whether it was, because now that people can put other people's faces in their mind, right? Now that we know that how powerful all of our imaginations are, that we can deep fake something so that other people, because can we just admit the fact that many people are connected this way telepathically? This is no fucking secret, though. People act like I'm talking about this. It was never spoken of before. Telepathy, since the beginning of time. This is part of the creation. But it is absolutely part of creation. This is for someone who didn't make it past fucking 6th grade, wants to question other shit. Right? And now they'll go grab a device. You see what I mean? Some of us have to just leave and go on these ships and just get out of here. I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, but this thing in here is absolutely ridiculous. So what you do is you say, every time that you grab that thing and attempt to come near me, you will feel it tenfold. Period. That's the only way to have people feel what they're doing to you, and you have to make it tenfold, because some of you, if you're the kind of person that can bring shit out of people just by being honest. So your opinion on me when you called me a cunt yesterday. If I ran into you on the street and I snapped your neck and said, I'll just go to fuck to prison because I can't stand, what am I getting here? Yeah, please make better decisions. Some of us are ticking time bombs and we're stronger than we look. But and then now me talking about myself in that way and being truthful is going to agitate someone else. Be agitated. What, we're not allowed to be mad anymore? We have to follow through with action. This is the kind of action we're taking. I don't see any action being taken for better at all. I see all my action goes towards destroying my life, others, and the people who were sent into my life, whether I knew that I requested it or not, to help me. And I'm successful with this shit. So nobody knows how to take in tough, hard truth about themselves anymore. You don't know how to process tough love. You want to be nurtured, you want to be coddled, you want, oh, it's going to be okay. Don't worry, it'll be okay. Just go back to bed. Because they're lazy. Or they didn't do shit with their lives. So they want you right there. Doing shit with yours, right? How do we stop this? It's you have to stop it. This is how this goes. I walk into a store, someone holds the door, it slips off their finger quicker than it normally would. And it appears that they shut it in my face. I keep going. That's it. Yeah, I would be weak for even starting something with that, or even getting angry and then taking that out on someone else. I'm a weak woman for doing that. I'm just like everybody else. That's what I have to say in my mind in order for me to be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a woman. Do you hear me? People do this shit where now it's I'll follow you to your car. But you don't notice how ridiculous it is until you see yourself on camera. And the beautiful thing is, all of this is going to be shown. People are going to be like, yo, listen, one of my boys, don't ask me how, but I mean, they saw you doing some shit. It's that thing I talk about where once you see yourself in this act, it's different. It should be different when you see yourself. But for many, it's only different when others, that they were portraying themselves as someone else to see what really was going on. You could have the mindset of the loser and say, well, I'm already fucked, I might as well keep going. That is the easiest way that requires no work at all. Or you can say, everybody does stupid shit. We're living in a world that seems like it's full of zoo animals. I fit right in. If something's changing, which it feels like it is, it has to, I want to fit on the other side now. I'm going to have to decline this offer. Do you realize how many people are under hypnosis? I have to say and chant some shit sometimes telepathically and then smack my hand so it could be heard, so that people fall out of hallucination or hypnotism. And some people have been around people where they almost fell over or their knees buckled and shit when they heard it. It's the towers. That's another thing that has to go back to 5. It was uncomfortable for people at first, but now that we felt this, it's like, well, shit, that'll be like opium in the air all the time. Can we please do that? We don't really need all of this stuff to be so quick. It's moving too quickly. Which, if it would be great if all of this moving quickly would help the Earth orbit. You guys can't tell that we're stuck and stagnant and there's not a lot of air to breathe. Yeah, we should have I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of air that goes into my body anymore. That could also be causing some pain. I'm going to have to listen to an oxygen frequency too. That shit worked, Sapien. Thank you so much. I put that on and within friggin' 2 minutes, my breathing was so much smoother. Yeah, that's for you, darling, from the 1,000-Pound Sisters. Hello, beautiful. I'm proud of you. Yeah, you're a bitch, but I like it. Don't ever change. You should listen. Put that on the speaker. There's no advertisements on. Not that you have to worry about that, I'm sure. But, yeah. There are other frequencies, too, for oxygen that are more calming. Some Sapiens are more in your face. This is the frequency. I'll put some music if I fucking feel like it, but nah. Very grateful for you, though. Sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder how much pain this causes in the body, the lack of oxygen getting into your cells and in your lungs and everything, while I sit here and vape nicotine-free. I vape, I smoke cigarettes, I drink Fireball, and I drink coffee. And I drink very little water. And my features don't change at all. The only time they change is if I haven't cleared or gone outside or taken a bath or a shower or something and rinsed the ick off of me that's constantly thrown at me from either jealousy, hate, competition, or other things. And then eventually I start to look a little bit older, and especially when they have things that want to pull my face down. My skin has silicone in it. There's something about my skin, my genetic makeup, where it goes right back to where it was before. I mean, my ass, my tits, everything. It's like I have the same tits and the same ass I did when I was 20-something with no work done to it. My body looks almost exactly the same as when I was in high school. And why would this agitate people? If you're built like something, you're built like that for a reason. Maybe you were meant to do something other than what you're doing. Maybe the problem isn't how you're built, but what you're doing with the build. You learn to love yourself genuinely for who you are. I have marks all over me that I don't even remember having before, but now I don't know. I may remember it and then just now I don't, right? And regardless of whether I was made to believe that they were from something else, you can clearly tell that this isn't from picking skin from a meth addiction. It's very different. There are many tiny ones that you can barely see unless you're looking at them that are the same type of marks, which would mean that I would have had to pick almost every inch of my fucking skin at some point, front, back, da-da-da-da-da. And you can only see these better when I'm tan. They stick out better, which it doesn't, I had to accept this about myself. That, and how I did this was I didn't focus on that. I don't see that when I look in the mirror. I see it and then I avoid it. But I look at the other things, my eyes, my facial structure, my body. This is what I had to do to reprogram my mind to be this much in love with myself. With flaws. They're not flaws to me, though. Yeah, they're some of my best attributes. How? I don't know. I haven't figured out the symbolism between the skin thing, but I can promise you this. It's not from picking my fucking skin because I had an addiction. And I don't mean any disrespect to the girl whose name was Michelle, Michel, who did. I was at my aunt's the one day. I did a couple bumps. I said some bumps of meth. I never even thought of smoking it. I believe she smoked it. She both smoked it. I can stop it. I cannot do it. I cannot have it. She was an addict. She looked for it. The compound is off by 2. Yeah. Are you guys testing something out now? I can feel lift. Are you doing this? Did you already? However you're doing it, and whatever this is that I'm feeling, which is heaviness, depression, oppression, pain, trauma, and suffering, leave. If we could just keep this going for everybody involved, this would be amazing. We don't have to get along we don't have to get along at all. You can just stay there. I'll stay here. We don't see eye to eye. This is how it's always been, though. It's a lot of the programming. It's a lot of the implants and the nanos and even kind of hybrid droids being, if not created, then formed. And I think, I'm not sure that everybody's there, but for the people who wanted this one world government, I think there are some people who were sitting to themselves going, what would I have gained? Would I have been happy with this? So what does this mean? I just become a ruler and a tyrant and I want people to be slaves to me? And do I ever enjoy my life? How could you get any pleasure out of that? I mean, if that would be temporary pleasure, this is a release that needs to happen in certain ways, though, with men and women like this, these tyrants, right? And I say men and women. I don't think there are many women, but there are, and you're tyrannical. But it's a DNA thing. I'm not sure that this would have been long-term pleasure for me. It feels like more work, more responsibility. I need to have more people watching more things just to have control. When I can say, look what I have done so far. I am finished. I am now passing. Maybe me passing this torch on for whoever believed that, I mean, I know who I am. Passing this on will be something where now people do this shit. Like I want to go on vacation. I can buy my own island. There's an island for sale. I can just go away and never be seen again. Live your lives. That's it. That's what I got. See you.